Clark, as it says in your bulletin. I'm honored to have some time this morning giving my tiny testimonial on the rather broad topic of what St. Paul and St. Andrew means to me. I'd like to point out that Kay has put me at a significant disadvantage asking me to share the week after we all sang the theme song to Cheers together. That speech was quite possibly the best personal statement I've heard in the 42 years that I've been attending here, and while I'd rather just listen to Jessica Tulloch give that same speech again, I guess it's someone's turn to get up here and speak, so here I am. What does St. Paul and St. Andrew mean to me? This is very big topic, big question along the lines of what does family mean to me? What do inspiration and purpose mean to me? What does breathing mean to me? So I will just say this. This space is a community and structure, not just the building structure, but a social structure which allows us to come as we are and leave as someone else. We come as we are, imperfect, flawed, becoming, but leave with a plan of who we could be. Still flawed, but on the way to something else. Now, this may be a plan only God knows, in that sneaky way that God has of leading you to that sneaky plan you weren't anticipating. You're going to change. Now, some of us here don't want to change, most of us, in fact, but it's way too late for that. You came in here and you sat down, so you're going to change. I'm sorry, really sorry. It's just going to happen. You're here. That's the way it works. That's the way God works in here, at least. We came as ourselves, living our lives, but we're going to leave someone else. From what we learned, from what we observed, from the behavior one of you modeled about how to be in the world, we are changed by witnessing the bravery and courage of our members and leaders, from listening to the word and the sermons and the stories of our founders and saints and Jesus and his followers and present-day heroes and long-ago martyrs, realizing that as humans we continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, and as our ancestors came through to the other side, we will too. We're all going to come through to the other side. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, in a congregational church where being a good Christian meant going to get the Lone Star donuts, then going to Sunday school and occasionally big church, and then going back at 4 p.m. for youth choir. There was no social justice or community involvement that my parents engaged with through the church, but there was music, lots of it, and I found God in that music. My parents had their own projects and causes that they pursued and people that they supported and helped humbly and quietly with no fanfare. But this was all on their own, not through the church. I actually had no idea how much more there was to do, how one person can make such a huge difference. So imagine my shock when I sat down in the sanctuary right there, for the first time, having been half dragged, half cajoled by Ken Guest to attend worship here 42 years ago. And after the first hymn, Mary Ruth Wrights of blessed memory turned around from her pew and said to me in a loud voice, "You're sitting in the wrong place. You need to sit up there with the choir." And thus I met Frank Glass. He was but a mere 10 years old at the time. But already a prodigy, showing so much promise. And so, yes, I began to sing in the choir, and then I was asked to serve on about 14 committees, which I politely declined. Not long after that, Kay and Charlene came to be with us to join Pastor Skip George of blessed memory, and I was changed. It wasn't long before a group of young artists started to attend, and we formed a fellowship that wrote and performed plays in the services and found ways to balance out the aging population of the congregation by having our own kids. And yes, we were fundraising to save the building and the structure 42 years ago, too. That has been a constant. And we were always looking for ways to expand community outreach to our neighbors on the Upper West Side and beyond. Fast forward to today, and thankfully, the various bishops along the way have seen fit to allow Kay and Charlene to stay here and continue their epic ministry. And we've been blessed by their guidance and enduring friendship all these years. And now we have Pastor Lee and her incredible family and ministry, and Pastor Andrea to inspire us and challenge us and change us. All through these 40 some odd years, this place has been a constant for me and my family, a space and community of profound sanctuary, a place where we are seen and accepted, a place where no matter what happens, we belong. And we've changed, and the world has changed. And as a congregation, we've done our best to change and meet and hold life's challenges and crises, but also its victories and celebrations. You can come to St. Paul and St. Andrew to pray. You can come here to sing. You can come here to love. You can come here to serve or witness or eat or laugh or cry or hide or sing the theme song to Cheers. Come as you are, always. But don't be surprised when God reveals the sneaky, often inconvenient plan God has for you. It's coming. It's already come. You'll come here as you are, but you will leave as someone else.